I was at a march on May 1st, 2000 in Manhattan, and there were 5,000 people marching, and about 98% of them were from Mexico or Central America, and there were about 5,000 cops, and they had so many motorcycles they were literally falling over each other. And the cops were on the average about a foot taller than the marchers, and so you couldn't see the marchers unless you were in the march. And but there were 5,000 of them, and I went to this march thinking it was going to be about amnesty for undocumented workers, which maybe it was originally supposed to be. But in any case, the vast majority of the marchers had signs that they had handmade that were written in English that said "Workers of the World Unite," and the police were guarding all the McDonald's and all the Starbucks and the World Trade Center on that day in case we might throw a rock. But there were only like 200 anarchist types at the march, and they were planning on shutting down Wall Street, which didn't happen because there were 5,000 cops and only 200 of them, and But the cops actually shut down Wall Street for us because they had all these these barriers that come up out of the ground. They shut down the whole thing just because of 200 people who showed up, because back then if you put something on the web, the police thought that it was going to be like Seattle, because Seattle was like, they weren't expecting that. So then after that they were like, oh shit, we're not paying attention, and then so somebody put up a website, so they figured Wall Street was doomed, but it wasn't, unfortunately. Clouds gather in your forests, drift to my desert town. I think of far-off places as the rain is coming down. You're bent down in the fields, picking fruit there from the vine, and it ends up on my table as it moves on down the line. The moon shines brightly in the night sky. The river flows from south to north. With the changing of the seasons, the birds migrate back and forth. But they say that you can't come here, not in the light of day. Somebody has got plans for you. Start at home or hide away. Will we open up the borders, tear down the prison walls, declare that no one is illegal, watch the giant as it falls. So much traveled across these borders, so much is bought and sold. One way goes the gunships, the other comes the gold. Free trade is like a needle, drawing blood straight from your heart. The border's like a prison, keeping friends apart. Will we open up the borders, tear down the prison walls, declare that no one is illegal, watch the giant as it falls. Stockholders cheering, the world's getting smaller. Hear the drowning child crying, why are the fences growing taller? Some whisper in the shadows, while others count the dollars. Some have suits and ties, others chains and collars. Will we open up the borders, walls, declare that no one is illegal, watch the giant as it falls. May the fortress walls come down, may we meet our sisters and our brothers, stand arm in arm there in the daylight.